What's going on, guys? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Thursday and are staying safe out there in this market environment. In today's video, I wanted to talk about NVAX. Somebody in the pre-market live actually mentioned this to me, and I took a look at it and I said, hey, this one's a great candidate. Now, why is that? So when they brought it up to me, I took a look at the daily very quickly. All right, now the daily is right here. Take a look. Once we have this resistance area put in right here, you can see these resistance areas are being put in here. That level is 53.58. Okay, now if we break that level, where's our next area of resistance? Our next area of resistance is coming at this first rejection candle right there. After that, we have some resistance right here, which will line up with the 50-day moving average. But our first area of resistance is going to be that 60.37. All right, now let's take a look at what happens when the market opens. I knew my trigger level was going to be that 53.60 level. Okay, so once the market opens, we saw this strong drive here. Okay, we saw this strong drive. I got into calls right as soon as this broke. I alerted it right there at 9:30, 54 calls at 120. And if you got in at that 120 area and had your stops and moved your targets up higher, you could have been able to take advantage of this impressive move up here. However, I'll show you guys two other ways you could have entered this ticker. So the first level was right here when I alerted it at that trigger point for that morning drive, and it paid very well. Now, on the other side, when you take a look at the flow, take a look at what's going on here. Very bullish activity coming right out of the gates. Today, we're sitting at 78%. Now, if you miss this initial move, I always say wait for a dip back to that old area of trigger or moving average, and that's exactly what happened. However, this was a little bit of a steep drop, right? Most people aren't going to try to dip by this. Now, what did happen was we did actually put in this rising wedge, right? We did put in this rising wedge. Now, your second entry could have been right here at the break of that entry. Why? Let's take a look at the flow following this initial move here into that 1050 area, right? We can see all day anything above 1015K was very bullish on the flow, right? Now let's take a look at what happens after that time. Take a look at this, guys. They came in and they really smashed. They're buying year out, but it's still very bullish. These are very bullish sweeps coming in on this name, and that in itself is going to cause some sort of reaction, and that right there did actually in fact cause that reaction, and it got a nice strong push higher. All right, so this was a solid trade. It all started from looking on the daily and seeing that we have this area of resistance, essentially a little tight flag forming right here on the daily. Once that level breaks, we get that push to the upside. We can see that the flow is 78% bullish. Let's take it to view more tab. Look at that, 60 calls are being bought, 105 calls are being bought. These are for tomorrow's expiry as well. So lots of bullish activity right there. Even the 55s were being bought up. So lots of bullish flow coming in. The daily level is broken to the upside. You are in a pocket to move, and this thing really just took off. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys found some value in this. If you did, go ahead and share and retweet this and share with someone who you think will find value. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.